Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. What music we going with today? What music are we going with today? How's this sound? Okay, I can work with this. I can work with this. Let's get the volume down. Right down. Okay. Let's get rid of that. And let's let the games begin. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Let me get my screen right. Uno momento, mami, slow your tempo. Okay, let's get this right and let's do the sound check straight away. Right away. OMG, hit that like button on your way in. And hold on. Let's do the sound check. Let's drop the music and see what's going on. Hold on. Let's do the sound check. Let's drop the music and see what's going on. And let's let the games let the games begin. Okay. Hello and welcome. Okay, I think that's reasonable. Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay, I think that's reasonable. Right. Okay, that's good. That's good, yeah. So that's right. That's right. And in right away is Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. How do you do? On this fine sunny evening over here in Middle Earth, England. It's Bruce Gas. I'm good, my friend. I hope you're well over there in the US of A. G the PT, didn't it used to be GT the PT? What's going on? Names are changing. The names are changing. Things are changing. GT the PT. Let's big up with the Thug Dub. Blessed to you, my friend. Good to have you all up in here. Hit the like button on the way in. We are Mr. Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the original wrap-up show. Don't settle for any fake imitations, which are a mere figment of your imagination. Okay, so where are we going to begin? Where do we begin? Where are we going to start with this thing? Okay, first things first. Let's get the banner going. And then let's get straight in. Let's get right in. Let's copy that. What's this? Nope. Come on. Baby, come on. What you want to do? Okay, so that's good. Let's show that. Yes, the Heist. Romero beats, how do you pronounce his name? Barroso. Romero beats Barroso. We're looking at that. We're looking at that travesty. And then, of course, we're looking forward to the weekend. Haney versus Lomachenko. I think it's this weekend. Hold on a second. Let me just make absolutely sure of that. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but you never know. Let's just make sure. Where are we? Boxing. Yep. Let's share the screen right away. Let's share the screen. Boom. Okay, let's have a look at this now. Okay, so it is. Let's drop that. Always G the PT. Okay. You always said GT. Okay, I'll get you. I always got it wrong. Dime. It's First time I've ever read it right. Okay, congratulations to me. Okay, so yes, why does this look small? Why does that look small? No. Okay, it must be my imagination. Okay, so what is that? Saturday coming. Yeah, Saturday coming. What time is it? 5 a.m. the UK, 5 a.m. Am I going to stay up for that? I'm not going to stay up. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to wake up for that. I might set the alarm. Now, what's this? Taylor versus Cameron. That's going to be 10 p.m. Okay, so that's another one. The Rafi's covering over here. I might actually go, I'll probably go live for the Haney Lomachenko too. Normally when I get up that early in the morning to watch a fight, I don't normally go live, but on this occasion, I think it may well be worth it. So I will go live for that. I will be going live earlier than that for the Taylor versus Cameron. And what time is Maloney? Damn, I'll be up all night. No, I won't be covering that. I'll be sleeping. That's at 3 a.m. UK time. This Haney thing, they say 5 a.m. That's crazy. Why so late? Why not 4 a.m.? But I'll wake up for that. So I'll do the Taylor versus Cameron. I'll cover that live right here on the RDCR. And Haney Lomachenko is saying at 5 a.m. Hopefully it's 4:30 a.m. But I'll cover that live too. Okay. So we got them two sorted out. Okay. So where do we begin? Let's get that out of here. And let's see where we're gonna start. Where are we gonna start with this thing? What's that there? Okay. Where do we begin? I get a funny feeling that we should, before we get into the Rolly Romero versus Ishmael Barroso, I think we should actually start with just having a little quick look. How many windows have I got open? Okay, that might be manageable. I think we should have a little looky at the action. I think it was at the York Hall this Saturday just gone. Oh, yeah. I think we really have to start with this. It was the, where are we? Damn. OMG. Oh. Okay. Let me line this up and let me share it with you. I think it's the Hosea Burton versus Ellis Zorro. And I really think we should start with that. Okay. Let's line it up and show and tell. Okay. So that's cracking me up. You always said GT the PT. Damn, we'll change your name, man. Damn it. Okay. So I think it's only fair that we start off with the knockout of the weekend. Is this the knockout of the weekend? That's my question to you. It was Ellis Zorro versus Hosea Burton. Now, as I'm sure many of you will know, Hosea Burton, the cousin of Tyson Fury. And all of those cats call themselves cousin. I don't know how he's a cousin via the family tree. I don't know, but he was. Apparently, it was a competitive fight. I didn't watch it. Some were saying that Hosea Burton was ahead on the cards. But like I said, I didn't watch this. Confirmation, Rolly is an absolute bomb. OMG. Talk about Rolly in a second, but at first I think it's only fair that we take a little look, a brief glimpse of the final moments. This was 2 minutes into the 7th round, 7 of 10. Hosea Burton alleged cousin of the Furious Ones, the Tyson Furies, etc., the Tommy Furies, etc. And he got, well, it was brutal. He was apparently very competitive. Hosea Burton apparently left hook, allegedly ahead on the cards up until the 7th when Ellis Zorro, the mark of Zorro, went to town on him. And it was a rough ending. That was ruled a push. Referee waved it as a push and gave Hosea Burton a chance to get up, clear his head for a little bit, couple seconds, asked him if he was okay, and recommenced the action. And it didn't take long before the mark of Zorro left his mark. Nice crisp jab, rocked the head back of Hosea Burton, goes down, jab to the body. Hosea Burton comes over with the left, leaving his left exposed. Oh, didn't take advantage that time. And then this time, Zorro fakes to the body and goes to the head. And OMG. I think we need to see that in slow-mo. Let me just get this thing right here. And let's just show it to you in slow-mo. OMG. Come on, one more time with feeling. One more time with feeling. Oh, crisp left hook. And Hosea Burton was down for the count. OMG. I think he got finished by Dan Aziz. Said if he loses to Dan Aziz, he's retiring. And now he's got finished by the mark of Zorro. I don't know what the hell is he going to do now. OMG. And joining me all the way from the Caribbean is the Iron Kong 26. Iron Kong, how do you do?
Yeah, Rafi, I come to hear your scientific breakdown. We want to see the forensics of the smash and grab strong arm robbery.
Oh gosh.
The absolute smash job. The brutal robbery of the elder citizen Barroso. I want to hear Raphael Orville Dawkins breakdown of this crime that took place over the weekend. A crime, Rafi.
Funny you should say Orville because my mate's dad's middle name is actually Orville. So that's kind of funny how you'd come out with Orville. Funny you should say Orville because my mate. That was Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas, you gotta kill your background sound, my friend. You gotta put your headphones in, kill your background sound, my friend. I got you on mute, so you're okay now. Isaiah, let me have a look. Let me just get situated. Let me just get situated before I respond to the Iron Kong. Let me just get this up here. Burton, Hosea Burton, fighters. How many Hosea Burtons could there be, for goodness sakes? Boxer Pro. Where is he? There he is. There he is. Can't be more than, yeah, there he is. Open Sesame. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Okay, we're good. We're in the place and we're good. Okay, so before I get to that Iron Kong, Just want to spend a couple of seconds on the Hosea Burton because as you know, he's a cousin of the Furies, and let's have a look. Let's see if he's on the screen. He's just taken another loss, heavy loss.
Rafi,
Yes.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but at
No.
some point, they need to release some type of stud book
Yeah.
for the Furies because
Yes.
everybody seems to be somehow related to the Furies. We see Gorman, know some guy Burton. There's some other person I see. Oh, I'm related to the. So we need to get an official stud book.
Yes. Yes.
Some sort of breeding book to see
Yeah.
how these people are actually, if in any way related to these few. And I'm not sure what's the big appeal all of a sudden because I don't know if before Tyson Fury became champion, people were, tracing their lineage to John Fury.
Yeah.
It seems like no, Tyson is the champion. Everybody now wants to be put in the stud book of the Fury.
Yes, we definitely need that because I don't know. I'd like to see the lineage. I like to see the lineage because he lost to Black Nix. When was that? That was September 2020. Okay, that was a last unanimous decision. Fair enough. Black Nix. Then November 21. You got TKO'd in the 7th round by Dan Aziz. He said if Dan Aziz finishes him or he loses to Dan Aziz, he'll retire. Didn't retire. Fought 2 more times. And now he's got TKO. That was a TKO. That was a TKO. What the hell are they talking about? Did he even get? Oh, I think he did get up. And then he got finished. Hold on. Let's show the people. Yeah, now I think about it. He did get up. I think. Let's just make sure. Damn, he's flopping around there. Looks in a bad way. Head raises. Did he beat the count? How the hell is that a TKO? How is that a TKO? That's a KO. Straight KO. What the hell's going on? It's outrageous. Let me bring Bruce Gass in. Bruce Gass, how do you do? How are you situated? You good?
What's happening, Raphael? Beautiful day over here in New England, man. It's like the best spring day you could imagine. 73 degrees. Sun is shining.
Same.
Checking out boxing over here. I'm still furious over this weekend's boxing, though, bro, and I'm biting my tongue, ready for you to lay it on Tony Weeks.
Okay. So let me just finish up this with this Hosea Burton then. I don't know. Is he gonna retire? We don't know. Like Hong Kong says, we want to see the stud book. How the hell is that TKO? That's a KO. KO. Cold as could be. So what I can say about that is we await to see what happens now. But to me, where does he go from there? I mean, he's about 30. How old is he? He's about 34 years of age. I don't know if he needs this anymore. You don't need to get flatlined like that anymore. What will he do next? Only time will tell. But let's get out of that. Let's stop sharing that. And let's get into the thing that people want to talk about. I did a video on it. We can use that for the background visuals. So let me bring that up real quick and then we'll chop it up. I'll tell you how I feel. You tell me how you feel. Where is it? Let's get it up. Let's get the background up. Let's get the video up. Momento. Okay. So where is it? Share it. Boom. Okay. So I got up. Went to sleep early and got up to watch this Shiznix. And very surprised. I thought that Barroso has been out in the ring for what? Over a year, 12 months, over a year. I thought this was a little warm up for Rolly Romero. Thought it was a little warm up. But from the outset, um, Barroso looked like he came to fight. And I was very surprised to see Rowley looking tentative. This is the last round before the referee stopped it, or did he stop it there? This is not representative of the fight. I had Barroso comfortably ahead. Rowley was looking tentative as hell. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why is Rowley so tentative? And then I think it was in the third round, one of the early rounds, he got dropped. I think it was the third round. Rowley got dropped. And then he got even more tentative, shelled up. I was just watching this thing unfold. I was watching Rowley getting beat round after round. I mean, how many rounds could you give Rowley? One round, two? Could you give him 2 rounds? He was just so tentative. Barroso was the one who looked like he was the favorite when he was the heavy underdog. It was very surprising display from Romero, who was getting beat by Barroso. Let's not mess around. Let's not get it twisted. He was getting beat by Barroso. And, one had to wonder, well, what the hell is going to happen? Well, if you watch the fight, you know what happened. And what happened is that the referee, I think it was in the 9th round. Was it in the 9th round? Barroso got dropped, but he was okay. He's fine. He was fine. Doing fine. And next thing you know, Tony Weeks, the referee, Tony Weeks, steps in and waves it off. I was like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? This is madness, yo. Totally against the grain of play. There he is, Tony Weeks. Did not cover himself in glory. It was crazy, yo. Shizzle was crazy, yo. I'm gonna let the Iron Kong come in and say his piece on this. I think we obviously know what it was. It's a PBC on Showtime card. Romero being the guy they're pushing, PBC guy they're pushing, and Tony Weeks knew who was supposed to win. I can't take it from there. Your views.
I want to shout out first off Lisa Bales, because Lisa Bales is the person that when Puello first got popped,
yeah,
and then suddenly I think it was Barroso put inside them. Lisa Bales said she don't like how this smells. She said all of a sudden Puello's hot, and you put Barroso in there, who is, I guess, lesser than Puello. And hold on, please. Hold on.
Yeah. So some people may have had premonitions. Me, I saw the cat, and he looked old as hell. Old as hell. I thought, no, I know they know what they're doing. They put him in for a reason, and but obviously Barroso did not read the script. Bruce Gass. Barroso did not read the script.
Sorry, Rafi. My son wanted something.
No problem. Iron Kong. Yes.
So she said something's wrong. This don't seem right. All of a sudden, this guy's hot. He pissed out. You put in Barroso, who people consider might be a lesser opponent than Puello, a less dangerous person, and Rolly Romero, who people were already questioning, how are you getting this title shot coming off a knockout loss, and now all of a sudden you in a straight title shot? Nobody seemed to understand, right?
Great.
So you're going to the fight now, and Barroso, who, I mean, y'all say he's 40. If he's 40, I mean, he's younger than me, and that means he's lived a very rough life.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Is a Luis Ortiz 40?
Luis Ortiz 40. But anyway, the man goes into the fight, and he's punishing Rolly Romero. I mean, he's really giving Rolly the business. And I've never thought much of Rolly as a boxer, but I didn't think he was this bad, because this gentleman,
Yeah.
This Abuelo was putting a good flogging on Rolly. And all of a sudden, Rolly lands like a couple glancing punches and pushes the gentleman one time, on the ropes.
Mm.
And Tony Weeks runs in and stops the fight. And now, I remember Lisa Bales, again, this is all her theory, and which I didn't buy before.
Yeah.
She said before they're trying to get Rolly the belt to rematch Tank. Because they have to find a way to cash out this belt as high as possible. You see Rolly already calling out Ryan Garcia and these people. He was already talking about Tank rematch. He has a belt now and all this other nonsense. So after this I really had to think, did something happen to Puello for real, or did somebody set him up? Because he's now championing Reese's, and usually when you piss hot, they ban you or they take you out the rankings and all of this stuff if you genuinely piss hot.
Yeah.
This guy pisses hot and they make him champion in recess. Right? Something's wrong. No, because when Luis Ortiz got popped for PEDs, I think it was his first time, it was the WBC and the WBA that banned him.
Yeah.
The WBC lifted their ban so he could fight Wilder. The WBA never lifted their ban. All of a sudden, this guy Puello pisses hot. He doesn't get banned. He gets made champion in recess. And then listen. Anyway. Let me listen to you and Bruce Gas because okay.
Yes. Bruce Gas, come on in.
All right, brother. I mean, I've been watching boxing since the late 60s, and this is the worst job of a referee stopping a fight prematurely that I've ever seen. I've seen Sonny Liston and Cassius Clay. I've seen Mike Weaver and Michael Dokes.
Yeah.
I've seen Chavez and Meldrick Taylor. They could all be accepted. Even the worst one I've seen up until this point was the Weaver and Dokes. But this was blatant. I mean, even if I must have watched this a half dozen times. You watch Tony Weeks' face when he makes the stoppage. It's almost like he's looking up to heaven and saying, "I'm sorry."
Oh.
I mean, it's beyond reproachable. This was so blatant, and the eyes of the world are on this. We should be talking about Lomachenko and Devin Haney, but this is taking center stage because this can't be tolerated. This was I mean, this was. I don't care if anybody wants to whitewash it. They want to say, "Oh, this is boxing. Shady things happen." This is the shadiest, and this has to be investigated. Tony Weeks. I talked to other fighters who know him. I talked to other managers. They say he's a nice guy. He's been a decent referee, but I don't know if it was like my brother was just saying up there. If they have some kind of a big plan, somebody up the top loves Rolly Ramirez. And I think they're going to get as much as they can out of him. They're trying to make a rock star out of him, and he's going to be thrown to like a lamb to slaughter because he's definitely doesn't have the talent that the rest of these 140-pound fighters have.
Yeah, I totally agree. He's not the goods. Rolly's not the goods, and based on that performance, unfortunately for Gervonta Davis, that kind of takes Rolly off his good wins list. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate for him, but Rolly did not look good out there. Did not look good at all. And as far as Tony Weeks is concerned, well, come on now. It's clear. I'm not saying he had direct instructions, because I think the promoters have got a bit more sophisticated now. You all watch the documentary, or most of us, or some of us watched the documentary back in the day when the journalists went in there with some hidden cameras in the buttonholes, hidden cameras, and they caught the head of the IBF cat. Well, actually gave him a brown envelope. And he looked at it and he said, "Yep. We can work together." They unfolded corruption at the highest level with these, not promoters, these governing bodies. and it's very clear that somebody. Well. If somebody didn't directly tell him, it's very clear that he knew exactly what the assignment was. Tony Weeks, been a referee for donkey's years. I've been seeing him now for 20 years minimum. But he knew what the assignment was. He knew who they wanted to win, and he made sure that PBC got the win that they needed.
Mm-hmm. And you notice how there's not really talk of the super welterweight champ and the regular belt. That seems to be another thing that's been pushed under the rug. This was for the and I hate to even call it the regular belt. It is the actual WBA super lightweight championship. The super belt that was just that's only a recent creation. That's an awarded title that they usually give to the champion, where he doesn't have to make mandatory defenses. It's almost like the franchise belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're saying now that Puello, who was just a regular champion at the time, because Josh Taylor was the last super champion in the WBA at that weight class. People are saying now that Puello was a super champ, and this fight makes Rolly a super champ, which is not true. It makes him the regular, but from what I understand is they're trying to phase out a lot of these useless belts, the WBA especially, and this could be why they're just calling them the junior the WBA junior welterweight champ, which is a decent designation to have. These super titles and the interim titles and the gold titles, I mean they're so confusing, and they really cheapen the whole belt. But somebody's got a plan for Rolly. Somebody way up on top. They love Rolly. They love Rolly's ass. And that fight, to me, that was corruption. That was a setup. And I haven't said that about boxing. I don't think ever. Because there's always some bit of truth to it. This right here was just so blatant. I mean, dude, there wasn't a solid punch landed in that last before the stoppage. That last little exchange.
Nah.
What you see, the thing is, because now you see Rolly kind of calling, as I said, Tank and Ryan Garcia. I think the person who's supposed to fight him is actually O'Hara Davies, as far as I know.
Yes.
I don't think there's any way O'Hara Davies gets that fight. They're gonna find a way to play keep away with that belt.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna get that fight. Because if you look at the champions at that weight.
Yeah.
The WBC, Regis Prograis, IBF, Subriel Matias. I think Josh Taylor still has the WBO.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Rolly with the WBA. One of these things is not like the other. There is no way Rolly Romero fights any of the other three champions, and he's not going to fight O'Hara. So they're going to. We've now established. With Bruce Gas seeing what I'm saying, they're gonna cash him out with a big name. They might get Tank to fight him again in some ridiculous rematch, and it'll be a big fight. Oh, Tank's gonna go for the 140 championship and all this other blase spleen nonsense. I just find the whole thing to be reprehensible, and the gentleman Barroso. That was probably his last chance.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think this is going to give him a little bit of a push, because if you look at his backstory, he had a fight in the United States back in 2019, and I think the guy's name was Yves Urelsi or something like that. He was a contender. And Barroso, I mean, he doesn't have any management really. He's from Venezuela, poor country, poor management. But the bottom line was he came at the weigh-in. He was told that his wife was kidnapped and killed by rebels. Wow. So I mean, this is one tough motherfucker. I don't care how old he looks, man. And he put on a show. I think people are going to start to look at him I mean, definitely going to look at him now, and he's going to get some shine. He might get a rematch. I don't know, because I think he's a little too dangerous for Rolly in a rematch. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the other champions come get him. He's beatable, but yet he's got a name right now. He's going to draw people just for that curiosity factor. The old man who kicked Rolly's ass and got robbed. I mean, that's a nice little moniker to have on your name right there.
Yeah, but he's not gonna get no more title shots.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised the way boxing's going now. Like you just stated, we have 4 different champions now at 140, and if you look at the WBA rankings, they're almost all obscure. I don't know who these guys are. Maybe I've seen them once or twice on an undercard.
I agree. The WBA, a lot of them don't even have pictures on their profiles. Like all these strange people, like these weird names.
Yeah, no, I think Barroso is definitely in the mix right now. He's beatable. He's got a name, and he's also he'll come to fight. He's from Pawsville, man. This guy knows poverty and he knows sorrow. He gets another shot. He's right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't think he was anything before name wise, but I think now, yeah, he's got a name now. He's that guy. He's that guy who should have beat Rolly. But that's on the one hand. On the other hand, you have to wonder: has he put himself in the Who Needs Him club? Has he put himself in the Who Needs Him club? Because even Rolly was saying at the end of the fight, hey. They asked him, Lampley or whatever his name is, asked him, so why were you not more aggressive? And he said, well, hey, I felt his power. You don't want to get in the way of that. So yeah, it's two possible ways. The one possibility is that he's now in the Who Needs Him club. The other possibility is that one of the other champs can say, hey, yeah, I'll take him. Easy work, light work. So there's two possibilities there, but he's definitely got some name recognition now.
And plus, remember on the, I don't think it was the co-main event, but it was the first fight, the Kenneth Sims Jr. and the Akhmadov fight, which was an awesome fight.
I didn't watch it. Didn't catch that. I was still sleeping.
Fight of the year candidate, brother.
Is it? I'll go back and watch that.
And they're super lightweights too, and they were on the same card. So I think they're going to be in the mix. I can see Floyd putting together some interesting fights at 140 because he's got the fighters in his stable. And they got the recognition. Everybody's going to want to see Kenneth Sims again. Mm-hmm. And then we also saw what was the co-main? You guys remember? Bartholomew Rancis Bartholomew.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I saw that. I think I just woke up just in time.
He wasn't very impressive. One of the Russells was supposed to be in that co-main event, but for some reason they dropped out. So I mean, it could have been done a lot better. They could have had a better main event. But as it was, I mean, this was the main event that's breaking the internet right now. So even though they did wrong, bad publicity is better than no publicity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, they definitely got.
And Tony Weeks is going to be the fall guy here. This is going to be the Lee Harvey Oswald of this conspiracy.
Time. Tony Weeks definitely gonna be the fall guy for this. He's definitely come out of this looking rough. I think it was Jim Lampley or whatever the hell his name is. The compare cat, the post-fight interviewer. He said, we try to get Tony Weeks to say something. He declined. Or he tried to get the commissioner to say something. They declined. So everybody's declining to comment. So it's like they just wanted to get the hell out of there, do the thing and get the hell on up out of there.
Hey, Raf, I gotta go and come back.
No problem, Kong. No problem at all.
Peace out.
Yeah, man. Peace out. Says he's coming back. I think the link is in the chat. So let me just put it in again just in case. Yeah, Tony Weeks. It looks weak. Bizzle in the building. Wizard Sleeves in the building. Good evening, Mr. Dawkins. Audi alias TT in the building. Rolly shook up the world. I think Tony Weeks shook up the world. I think Rolly just didn't look good. He don't look the goods. He don't look the goods. And whoever Romero fights, he's gonna sign FU money. He's gonna sign for FU money. Well, yeah, it looks like that's how it's set up. It looks like he's being set up for a big fight. They're trying to get him name recognition, but I think Barroso is the one who comes out with his name, kind of up there. I think people will pay to see Barroso again. They say he's 40, facially looks more like 50, but physically, he may have been slowing down in that 9th round, maybe, but we don't know. We won't know, and we won't know because Tony Weeks stepped in and stopped the thing prematurely. Even though he may have been Barroso may have been slowing down. Do you think he was slowing down in that 9th round? He looked a little bit slower.
Possibly, but I also think Rolly just didn't have the he doesn't have the power to take him out. He's a powerful fighter, but Barroso also, I mean, look at his record: 24 victories, 22 knockouts.
Yeah.
That says power right there. What I think should happen is I think Showtime should do an investigation because they're in a powerful position. They could interview the managers, the trainers. They could interview Tony Weeks. I mean, they have the budget to put this all together, and they could make a really nice special. Maybe get to the bottom of this. I don't know if we ever will, because we know it's something rotten in Denmark, but they're going to throw every shade they can in front of us so we don't find out the truth about it. It would be nice if somebody in power got down and really talked to some of the people involved, some of the major players in this game.
For real. Are we ever gonna get to the bottom of this? I don't think so. I think it is what it is. We know what it is. Did Tony Weeks take a brown envelope? He may have done. I don't think so because this was way too blatant. He knew who the organizers wanted to win. He knew the A side was. He knew who was supposed to win. He knew who they wanted to win, and he just handled it clumsily. The first chance he got, Barroso gets knocked down, which is kind of sloppy knockdown if I remember. Wasn't it a push down? It's more of a push.
Yeah, it was no knockdown. But that we can let go because that happens in fights. But this blatantly premature stoppage is just. I mean, this put a bad taste in my mouth. I think I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday after the fight was over. I did it live. I spent 4 hours there. Yeah. But I couldn't go to bed after that. I was just so wound up because it was just so. I mean, this is the sport that we love. This is the sport we're trying to raise back up again. And we raise it up a foot, they knock it down a mile. I mean, it's hard, Raph. It really is, man. This is something I can't let this slide.
It's crazy. Liquid Bullet Productions up in the evening says, "Evening, mate. Great chat. Hey, it's good to have you up in here, Liquid Bullet. It's good to have you up in here. Always check you out. Liquid Bullet Productions do some great interviews. For real, for sure. Go check him out. And Liquid Bullet, if you ever want to jump on, mate, the link is there. So if you're ever passing through and you want to jump on, it's an open invitation. It'd be great to have you up in here. Okay, marveloso. My view is they're just going to sweep it under the rug. Tony Weeks. I think they're too sophisticated to take a bong. They're too sophisticated now to take a direct bong. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutement. They're too sophisticated to take a direct bong now. But every referee always knows who the A side is. They know who's supposed to win. They know who the promoters want to win. And there's a lot riding on this. I think that he knew what they have in mind for Rolly. There was too much riding on this, and he knew he could smell a rat as well. He knew that Rolly was on his way to a defeat. I think it was in the 9th round, 3 rounds to go. For all he knows, Rolly could have got stopped, and he don't want that. You know what I'm saying? He wants those jobs, mate. Refereeing, he pays quite reasonable, quite well, so I am told. And that it's his living. He just said, yeah, do what the promoter wants. Do what the promoter wants, and they'll smile upon me, and they'll call for me, and they'll ask for me by name. But you overcooked this one, and it's embarrassing.
Have you ever heard of Richard Green and Mitch Halpern?
I heard those names. I don't know who they are.
Well, they were referees back in the 80s, the 90s. They ended up committing suicide.
Wow.
Richard Green was the referee for Mancini and Dooku Kim, and I can't remember what controversial fight Mitch Halpern was in. But I mean, this is big. I'm keeping my eyes open because Tony Weeks is a moral person. I've spoken to people who know him, and they have no problem with him. They say he's one of the best refs out there, and maybe morality will strike him. Maybe he'll make a confession. Who knows? This is soap opera stuff right here, man. This is and we're on the cutting edge. We're gonna make sure that this stuff doesn't go to sleep. But refereeing is a stressful job. That was my point. And there's been some 5-star referees who couldn't take it, and they put a gun to their head, and in my lifetime. So it's it's definitely nothing to laugh about and just blow away. It needs some scrutiny, and Lord knows where the chips are going to fall.
Wow. It's a serious. It's like you say. It's a very, very serious thing. Yeah. So wow, with those cats ending themselves, we know it's a dirty game. And yeah, people do have consciences. I hope he doesn't take it that far. Maybe a confession is good for the soul. Hopefully, if he did anything wrong, he'll come out and do an interview. But it's just very, very unfortunate. It's not going to go away. People will continue to talk about it because it was too blatant. And I think this shizzle is not going to go away anytime soon.
Right up there with the Montreal screw job, if you recall that.
Which one was that?
WWE with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. I think it was at WrestleMania 10 or something like that, where the referee, Vince was at ringside. The referee looked at Vince. Vince said, ring the bell. He rang the bell. I mean, the Montreal screw job, you Google that, and there's got to be 1,000 articles on that. But yeah, man, this is corruption at the highest level, and something's got to be done about this, man. Something absolutely has to be done about this.
Yes. I said it. I did the video. I said it. Robbery is very obvious. It's very blatant, and yeah, you're right. Something is gonna have to be done. What's this here? Let me have a look. Rolly's coach is saying the ref did his job. Tony Weeks gift wraps the WBA title for Rolly Romero. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on? Okay, but we move on. And what are we talking about now? Okay, this is the co-main event of the show. Devin Haney says, I will dismantle Lomachenko. They're fighting on Saturday. It's probably 4:30 a.m. over here, 4:30 a.m. Rafi will do the Katie Taylor versus Cameron show. We'll do that around 10 p.m. UK time. That's Katie Taylor versus Cameron. We'll do that around 10 p.m. Ring walk. And then Rafi's going to get to bed for around midnight, set his alarm clock for around 4:15. And then we're going to go live again for the Haney versus Lomachenko. Hold on a sec. Let's see if there's any questions from the chat. Who from 135 will go to 140 to get Romero's belt? Is there anybody going to do that? Is there anybody going to do? Is that the plan? Bring somebody up from 135 to get Romero's belt. What is Gervonta Davis going to rematch him? Is that what's going to happen? That can't happen. Surely you got decisively KO'd that time.
My money is on Ryan Garcia and Tank and Rolly.
Oh yeah, they've talked about that. That's been mentioned. I've heard that mentioned a few times.
Big money fight.
Yeah. That does make a lot of sense. Ryan Garcia versus Well, hey, that makes a hell of a lot of sense in terms of financial sense.
And it puts up Ryan's waist too.
Yeah. That makes a hell of a lot of sense. That makes total sense. So I think that would be a way they could do this shizzle. But okay. What is it? Lomachenko or Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. How do I feel about that? It's a tricky one because I feel that Lomachenko lost to Ortiz on my scorecard. Ortiz beat Lomachenko on my scorecard. What about your scorecard, Bruce?
I was at an event. I watched that fight in a hotel room, and I thought Loma did enough to win at the end. I thought Ortiz slowed down a little bit, but nonetheless, Lomachenko has got a lot of miles on him. People fail to realize that. What is he? 37 years old. He had a quite amateur career. I mean, this, and he has not fought anything but top fighters since he's been a pro either. Man, this could be a fight where experience turns to old age before our eyes. That could possibly happen. I mean, it's it sounds cliche, but it might be. Otherwise, man, if I just look at it for face value, it's a 50-50 fight. This is a great matchup style wise. Devin Haney, we're looking to see if he can come to fruition. I mean, he's undisputed at 135, so the eyes of the world are on this fight. And if it's the Lomachenko who fought Nakatani, then we're in for possibly an upset. But man, I'm excited like this one, Rafi. I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm going to stay awake till 2:00 in the morning if I have to. But this is probably the most important fight at 135 that I can remember in the last several years.
For real. What's going on? Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Devon to win well on points or late stoppage. It'll be a very exciting fight. Really looking forward to it. Okay, before I give my opinion on the fight, let me get the poll up. Let's do a poll. Let me write that in, and then let me kill the noise on that. Okay, that's good. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Where's the let's do the poll. Let's start the poll. Who wins? Gonna be a very simple. What is this? The letters on my keyboard are rubbing off. Who wins? Question mark. Damn it. There it is. Who wins? Haney. Loma. Loma. Who wins? Haney or Loma? Very simple. And there you have it. The poll is now up. There you go. What we got here? We got the UGC Flame up in the building. How do you do? Okay, so what do I think? Like Bruce Gass says, it's for me, it's a 50-50. I thought, according to my scorecard, Vasily Lomachenko lost to Ortiz in his last fight. Was that his last fight? I think that was his last fight, unless I'm mistaken. Lost to him. However, just because he lost to Ortiz, it don't mean he's automatically going to lose to Haney. It's different styles. Ortiz, as I recall, might need to watch that fight again, but as I recall, Ortiz was quite aggressive. I think more aggressive than Haney. Haney will pick his shots. He's kind of conservative with his punch selection. It's kind of clean. And I say clean. He does grab the body and twist his man up a little bit on the inside. He does do that. He can do that. But there's definitely a different style to Ortiz. So just because Ortiz beat him, don't in my book, I know that Haney got the victory, but just because Ortiz beat him, don't necessarily mean that Haney going to beat him. It's different styles, and I might be controversial, but I think that Ortiz's style was more difficult for Lomachenko. I think what Lomachenko is gonna be up against is the size of Haney. I've heard that there's gonna be more than a 24-hour time space in between the weigh-ins and the actual of them stepping in the ring. Because if they weigh in early in the day, then Haney is going to have extra time. I don't know how valid this is. Don't shoot the messenger. But I heard some rumblings that might be an early weigh-in. If there's an early weigh-in on the previous day, then the earlier the weigh-in, the more it suits Devin Haney, because the more time he will have to rehydrate. And I think it's generally acknowledged that Haney is significantly larger than Lomachenko. So it's little things like that, Bruce. It's little things like that can make a difference, Bruce. Extra time to rehydrate.
Yeah, and but doesn't the IBF have a limit on rehydration? Aren't they the only federation that I think they have a 10-pound rehydration limit? But they could.
Might weigh them twice.
What was that again, bro?
They might weigh them twice. Then, if they got the limit, then they have to stay within the limit the next day.
Yeah, well, that's the IBF's rules, but I can see that being sidestepped because boxing is boxing. And Devin Haney, like you said, he's growing. Last time I saw him when he fought Cambosos, his cheeks were shrunken in. I mean, he had a tough time making that 135. So that could be a factor right there. But then again, on the other hand, if he makes the weight and he rehydrates 15 pounds, Lomachenko's not a big 135 pounder.
No.
So it could be a size advantage. And somebody Audio Alias mentioned it could be a late round TKO, a late round stoppage. That's not beyond the realm of possibility either in my books.
Howdy Alias TT Devin to win well on points or late round stoppage. But are people underestimating Lomachenko though?
Not me.
Because he's known for his craftiness. He's known for his fleet of foot. He's known.
He's the Matrix, bro. He's the Matrix.
Yeah. So I don't understand why people are just writing him off. I don't understand. It's a 50-50 fight to me. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying you're writing him off, Audi, but I really do see this fight very, very tight. It's not beyond the realm of possibility for me that Loma can. Doesn't Loma normally befuddle his opponents? Isn't that what he's known to do?
Oh, yes, he is, man, and he does it with power. He's got amazing footwork. He fights with angles. If this was 10 years ago, I would say, 5 years ago, I would say it would be no contest. Loma would run over him. But like I said before, we have Father Time and inactivity too. Inactivity is a bitch these days. Fighters don't realize that. You take a year off between fights, even 7-8 months. your body at that age, it's not in fighting shape. You know, I think the bones get softer. I think that you're more susceptible to injury, and Loma is coming off shoulder surgery from the Lopez fight. So I mean, there's a lot of variables in this fight. This is a great fight, bro. I am psyched for this. I'm going to need a Valium a couple of days before this fight because I'll tell you, man, this is an event as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, people. I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that Lomachenko shocked the world. Could shock the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility. Let's remember how he lost it. He lost it to a Teofimo Lopez who was on fire for the first 6 rounds, but then Lomachenko came and won the next 5 rounds. And then on my scorecard, Teofimo came back and won the 12th round. That was my scoring. So let's have a look. Devin Haney, 29 wins, 15 KOs. He's got a 51% KO ratio. Age 24, orthodox, 5'8", 71-inch reach. And up against Vasily Lomachenko. I know they say that hold on. I know they say age ain't nothing but a number, but I don't know. Maybe that's the case in dating, but this ain't dating. This is boxing. So age might be a bit more than just a number in this instance. So Lomachenko, 35 years of age. Southpaw, 5'7", got a 4.5-inch reach disadvantage. It could be a 5-inch reach disadvantage. Let me check that. 56.5 versus 71. Okay, so there's a decisive reach advantage there for Haney. 57% knockout ratio versus the 51% knockout ratio. They're very close in that regard. Devin Haney, this next, Jermaine Ortiz. He won that fight by unanimous decision. I had Jermaine winning that one. Richard Comey. We knocked out Comey, wasn't it? Teofimo finished Comey in 2 rounds or something crazy. It took Lomachenko, went all the way. But, styles make fights. Teofimo came out and launched some rocket-propelled hand grenades on Richard Comey. Yeah, finished Comey in 2. So now I'm swaying. Now I'm swaying to Haney. And I'll tell you why I'm swaying to Haney. Just looking at the age, looking at the fact that he couldn't get Comey out of there in 12. Hold on, wasn't that a TKO? Didn't they finish that? Where's Comey? Richard Comey. Comey went the whole distance, didn't it? Did it? Oh, wow. So he couldn't get Comey out of there. You know what? I'm leaning towards, okay, I'll change my percentage now. I'm going 51% Haney. 51% Haney. But that's still tight, Bruce. That's still tight.
Well, Lomachenko is definitely the toughest guy that Haney's ever fought. But is Haney the toughest that Lomachenko has ever fought?
That's a damn good question. He's probably the biggest.
Probably the biggest, especially for the undisputed lightweight title. but he's been in the ring with killers, man. He has fought killers, he's fought champions, former champions, and he's made them quit on their stool. Prime Lomachenko he was a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah. Did a good job on Nakatani. Hold on a second. Luke Campbell went 12 rounds. I could have swore he finished. I could have swore he finished Luke Campbell with a body shot, or did he just drop him with a body shot and Luke got up? Luke Campbell went 12
I'm
rounds.
reading it too. It says unanimous decision, 12 rounds, and a very unanimous decision. Doesn't look like Luke Campbell scored much of anything.
I think Luke Campbell hurt him once or twice to the body, but that but couldn't really do more than that. But I think he did hurt Lomachenko to the body a couple of times, so that should be a pointer for Haney. Luke, get something in the body, put something in the bread basket around there. The man's 35 now. Jose Pedraza went 12 rounds. Jorge Linares got stopped in 10. Rigondeaux, was that the fight where Rigondeaux didn't throw a punch or something? I don't know. Rigondeaux. Yeah. Okay. 12 rounds, 9 rounds, 12 rounds, 12 rounds. A lot of 12 rounds of late. Let's have a little peek at Devin Haney. 12 rounds with George Kambosos, 12 rounds with Joe Kambosos, 12 rounds with Jojo Diaz, 12 rounds with Jorge Linares. I think Linares stopped him rocked him at the end of one of those rounds. 12 rounds with Yorkis Gamboa, 12 rounds with Alfredo Santiago. A lot of 12 rounds.
Jojo Diaz had him rocking for a while there too.
Yeah. Oh, Jojo Diaz. Yeah. There he is, Jojo in the 12th. 12 rounds. So yeah, these cats are doing a lot of 12 rounders. It's an intriguing fight. It really is an intriguing fight, but I can see it.
They don't get much more intriguing than this fight. This is the kind of fight that boxing fans live for.
100%.
Hey, bro, I'm going to hop off, man. Thank you for having me on here, Raphael. I'll talk to you later, my brother.
Hey, Bruce, that's much appreciated. Thank you very much for taking the time out. That was Bruce, Gas, Jazz, and all that jazz.
Peace.
Much appreciated. Much appreciation goes out to you. Okay. What's this here? Mr. Dawkins, Loma is a great fighter. It's just that, hold on, let me adjust my mic 1 second. Okay. Loma's a great fighter. It's just that Devin and Bill's time. 4 or 5 years ago, Devin was just a itch. It was just an itch. Yeah. Was a novice in this thing in the program. Absolutely. I don't know if his career has lasted for 5 years. 2015. Okay, that was his first fight. Gonzalo Lopez Rodriguez. That was December 2015. So you might as well call it 2016. That was the start of his pro career. So what's that? 6th year. He's in his 6th year now. Okay, yeah. So that's a fair comment. What we're looking at here. Loma hits harder than Haney. Yeah. I would go with that. I think one of Loma's skills is his timing, the speed of the shot. If it was down to raw power, I would say that Haney probably has more raw power, but when it comes to punch placement, speed of the shot, you may have an argument for sure. Haney went the distance with Linares. Yeah, he went the distance with a bunch of cats. Kambosa 2 times. Jojo Diaz. Jorge Linares. Yorkis Gamboa. Was there something about Yorkis Gamboa's foot? Wasn't he supposed to have had a dodgy foot? He's supposed to have had a dodgy foot. Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis before that. Mind you, went 12 rounds. He went 12 rounds with Gervonta Davis. Isaac Cruz stopped. Yorkis Gamboa. Isaac is not Pitbull. Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Let me see. Yeah, that's the little Pitbull. There you go. So he stopped him in 5. Devin, 12 in 12 rounds. Gervonta Davis, he went 12 rounds. He beat Roman Martinez in 2. He went 12 rounds with Miguel Beltran. Miguel Beltran. Who busted up Miguel Beltran's face? He was being hit all over his face with a rubber. Is that Beltran who got his face all busted up? Who busted up Beltran's face? I can't remember. Was it Yorkis Gamboa? It could have been Yorkis Gamboa. I think it was Yorkis Gamboa busted up Beltran's face. He looked like he'd been beaten in the face with a wooden mallet. Where was I going with this? Okay, well, let's get back. These two cats are doing a lot of 12 rounders. A lot of their fights are going 12. That's Devin Haney's thing. It looks like it's Lomachenko's thing too. It looks like Lomachenko's thing. Where's Lomachenko? There's Lomachenko. So you know what? This fight could easily go 12. Easily go 12. Residence, Oxnard, California. Does he live in America now? Jermaine Ortiz, 12 round. Richard Comey, 12 round. Did stop Nakatani. Lost to Teofimo over 12 rounds. In my memory, I felt that he'd stopped Luke Campbell, but he hadn't. He dropped him with a couple of sickening body shots. In my memory, I thought he'd stopped him, but he never. It went 12 rounds. Anthony Carolla, 4 rounds. Jose Pedraza, 12 rounds. Stopped Linares in the 10th. Okay, he was finishing them. He has been finishing of late, but previously. Of late, he's doing a lot of 12 rounds. The trend is 12 rounds. Jose Pedraza, 12 rounds. Luke Campbell, 12 rounds. Teofimo Lopez, 12 rounds, lost. Nakatani, 9 rounds. Richard Comey, 12 rounds. Jermaine Ortiz, 12 rounds. The link to the poll. The poll is in the chat. The poll is in the chat. Where is the poll? Let me have a look, see what's going on. 19 minutes. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. I'm going to leave that for a few more minutes. I think I'm going to leave that up for a few more minutes. Let me make a little adjustment over here before we press on. Where are we? Let's get that right. Let's get that right. Yep. Okay, we're good. And where are we? Let me change my screen now. Let me set this thing up differently. No momento. Let's have a look what we're working with. Boom. Where are we? Okay, we're scrolling. I'm just looking. I was looking for what I prepared, looking to see where we're going. We're scrolling. Okay. What we got here?
Stiff. Big Stiff is there, I think. Shot, I think, after Usyk. That's it. He's finished, and that's 1-5
OMG. I found out where we're going next. What time is it? Dang. 1 hour, 20 minutes already. What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? Let's I think I know where we're gonna go. Get your votes in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Because over here at the RDCR, we're not here for a long time. We are here for a good time. OMG, how could I forget? How could I forget? Okay, almost overlooked something. Let's bring up the thing that I almost forgot. Y'all must have forgot. It's okay. Let's share that. Boom. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so the other main fight of the weekend was Yanni Beck versus Butler. I don't know, you seen that? And what was this? What was this, 2 rounds? Was it 2 rounds? This last 2 rounds? Something like a 2-round affair. Yanni Beck absolutely beat the brakes off. What is it? Steve Butler. His cat's name Steve Butler. Let's pause that for a second. Yanni Beck. Can I get this? Can I do this? So what's Yanni Beck fighter? Yanni Beck Oxnard. Okay, that's him. We got him. Yeah, absolutely beat the brakes off Stephen Butler. Stockton Arena, Stockton. Yeah, what was it? 2-round affair? Yeah, it was a 2-round affair. KO, vicious and brutal. His fight before that, Yanni Beck's fight before that, was a 12-round unanimous decision against Denzel Bentley. Britain's own Denzel Bentley. His fight before that was Danny Dignam. Finished Dignam in 2 rounds. 2 rounds again. Previous to that, it was Hassan Ndami. Finished him in 8. Rob Bryant finished him in 8. Gonzalo Gaston finished him in 2. Alberto Olnoso finished him in 6. Stuart McClellan finished him in 5. So he has been getting people up on up out of there. So you got to give Denzel Bentley his dues. Got to give him his dues for performing so well, taking it into 12. So credit to him. But Yanni Beck, Zanny Beck, damn, a lot of different pronunciations. Did a job. Steve Butler rocked him and stopped him in Stockton. What's this here? Remember, the poll is up. poll is up. Dang. Dancing for joy. The poll is up. And now, I think we can stop that. There's Yanni Beck. You can stop that now. Yanni Beck says he wants Canelo Alvarez or Jamal Charlo. Is Canelo going to be down for that? I don't know. Charlo going to be down for that? I think Jamal Charlo might be up for that for real. You've seen the Denzel Bentley fight, and let's go, well, I'm better than Denzel. You know what I mean? You cannot compare me to Denzel. You know, I go in there, you know how we do, Lions only camp. You know how we do. You know what I mean? I go there, I take it to him, man. So I think Charlo's more likely to take the fight than Canelo. But we gonna see. Let's have a look. Yanni Beck, who some see as the king of the middleweight division, used his spotlight on ESPN last Saturday night to call out the inactive Jamal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez after his lightning fast second round knockout over Steve Butler. Although pointless, call out of Canelo and Charlo by the 30-year-old Kazakhstan native Yanni Beck, still important because it's helpful for fighters to name drop who they want next. So uneventful first round. Yeah, it was uneventful. I remember that. Unfortunately, the call out by the 2016 Olympian Yanni Beck of Charlo and Canelo won't encourage either of these fighters to fight him. 32-year-old Jamal try and get a fight with Canelo. Yeah, Jamal's looking for a fight with Canelo. I think we all know that. He's hunting down Canelo. He wants that Canelo payday. So yeah, that would be the preferred choice. But I don't know what's Canelo doing. How long are you gonna wait for that? Canelo's fighting Bill next. So what's that? Towards the end of this year. So what's Charlo going to be doing? Who's Charlo going to be fighting? Charlo's been out for how long now? Jamal. Some people are saying he's pretty much done as a fighter. I don't know that. I don't know about that. 2 years of inactivity? Has Jamal Charlo been inactive for 2 years? Has it been that long? Jamal Charlo. Let me pull him up. How long has Jamal Charlo been out of the ring? How long has he been inactive? Let's have a look. Oh Lord. What's all of that? Jamal Charlo. Jamal. Where is this? Let's stop that. And let's look at Jamal. Let's bring him up. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of these comments. Remember, folks, the poll is up. Let's shut that down shortly. Let's get into the comment section before we go any further. Foreman hit harder than Ali. Yeah, I would agree with that. But Ali still beat him, I think, is what you're alluding to. Okay, yeah, okay. Who did Lomachenko last stop? Nakatani. I think it was Nakatani. I think he stopped him in the 9th round. In your opinion, can KSI become a world champion, Mr. Dawkins? Has he been accepted as a real boxer? Well, I think he's a long way from being a world champion. Hell of a long way. You know what I mean? I think we'd have to see him fight some fights. You know what I'm saying? We'd have to see him fight some fights, fight some pros. I think the better question is, can KSI beat Tommy Fury? I think he can. Will he? Will he? I think I've got Tommy Fury the favorite. But you see KSI, you see the kind of shape he's in, and one thing I will say for KSI is that at least he's staying busy. Haven't I got some footage? Don't I have some footage of KSI? Where's my footage? Where the hell's my footage? Didn't I have some shizzle lined up? I could have swore I had some shizzle lined up. Where the hell's the shizzle? Yeah, clearly it's not where I thought it would be. Yeah, so one step at a time. Let's see how he fares against Tommy Fury. I think they're going to make that fight. I'd be very surprised if he beats Tommy Fury, but hey, that would be funny as hell. That'd throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Charlo has become a PBC, WBC town crier. Oh, Lord. All he needs is his own belt. Long coat and a hat. OMG. You know, the referee's got his belt. But back to Yanni Beck. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Back to Yanni Beck. What are we talking about? We're talking about Jamal Charlo. How long has Jamal Charlo been out of the ring? What was that? June 2021. OMG. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy, yo. It's been out of the ring for 2 years, for real. That's crazy, yo. Juan Marcos Montiel. What does he look like? Montiel. Okay. Sergey Derevenchenko. I went 12 rounds with Montiel. Derevenchenko, 12 rounds. Dennis Hogan. I remember that fight. I can't remember that. 7 rounds. Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams, 12 rounds. Korobov. 12 rounds. You know, UD. Hugo Centino. 2 rounds. How long ago was that? 2018. Okay, so what is that? Hugo Centino, 2018. That's April 2018. December 2018 was Korobov. Brandon Adams was, hold on a second. Okay. Brandon Adams was June 2019. December, Dennis Hogan, 2019. 2020. Or September. What is that? September 2020? Yeah, September. Just one fight in 2020. Wow. One fight in 2020. One fight in 2021. So, yeah. So 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23. So in the last 4 years, he's fought 1, 2, 3, 4 times. In the last 4 years, Jamal Charlo has fought 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And he fought in the last 2 years. What's his age? About nationality. Why are they leaving his age out of this? Oh, about. Why are they leaving his age out of this? Height 6'1". Reach 73.5. Knockout ratio 68.75. Who's he fighting next? Not known. Who does he want to fight next? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yanni Bet wants him. Let's see. Why not? Why not? Is he going to take a tune-up fight? He hasn't been in the ring. Does he deserve a tune-up fight? I mean, he's a champion. They haven't took his belt off him. He's a WBC? WBC champion. Out of the ring for almost 2 years. Not defended his belt for almost 2 years. Shizzle is crazy, yo. Shizzle is crazy, yo. Who the hell's Slugman? OMG. Who the hell's Slugman? Oh, gosh. Okay. So, hey, I'd be cool talking about Yanni Beck. I'd be cool with it. I'd be happy to see him against Jamal. But I doubt Jamal is going to come in and face the 30-year-old Kazakhstanian in his first fight back. I find it hard to believe. Very difficult to believe. Where are we? Let's go forward. No, let's go back. Let's go back again. Yanni Beck, WBO World Middleweight Champion. WBO. What's Jamal gonna do? He's gonna take it. He's gonna take it. Is he gonna take it? Okay. So that is Yanni Beck. You can't always get what you want. We gonna see. We gonna see. Let's have a look at the poll. Let's have a look at the poll. Are we? Been up for 40 minutes now, so let's end the poll. Very interesting one it's been too. Let's get the poll results up. Let's put them in the chat. Boom, boom, boom. Who wins? Lomachenko, 60%. Devin Haney, 40%. OMG. OMG. The people have spoken. I don't know who the betting favorite is, but the people have spoken. And they got Loma ahead. And very, very interesting. It just goes to show. This fight, anything can happen, mate. Anything can happen. It's by no means a foregone conclusion. By no means. Okay. And so the poll is now finished. If you're just coming in, if you've been here for a while and you haven't hit that like button, but you're enjoying the show, please kindly do so. Okay, let's drop that down. Let's have a look. What's going on. What am I looking for? Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Is it here? Okay. And so, Rafael Dawkins Combat Radio. Who wins? Jared Anderson versus Frank Sanchez. I think I need to take a little swig of water for this one. Let me clear my throat. Well, either man could win. Jared Anderson, the destructive force. Frank Sanchez, very, very good with his defense. Moves away, moves out of the action, backs up onto the ropes, springs off the ropes and hits you with a 1-2, circles out. So it'd be an elusive target for most. He has a elusive target style, which could cause Jared Anderson some problems. On the other hand, if Jared Anderson hits him clean a few times, then that's going to cause Sanchez some problems. So I got that as a fit at this moment. With Sanchez being the more experienced guy, I got that as a 50-50 fight. If Jared Anderson can get through, I think he can knock Sanchez out. If Sanchez can be as wily as he normally displays, then I think he could frustrate Jared Anderson. So me, I got that on a 50-50 fight. 50-50. 50-50. Now hold on. What we got here? Let's have a look. Let's get this right. Boom. Are we showing that? Let's have a look. Did I show the poll results? There are the poll results. The people who've spoken, 60% of them feel that Loma beats Haney. Loma beats Devin Haney. We'll see. It's very possible. Based on the poll, I'm going to make a few quid it as well. I'll put a couple of quid on whoever the underdog is. Whoever the underdog is, I'll put a couple of quid on there. It's going to be an interesting fight for sure. Okay. What do we have here? Let's line up a couple things. Let's line up a couple things, or do we line up a couple things? Do we need to line up a couple things? I'm not going to line up a couple things anyway. Okay.
Tommy's ready now. going forward today. John, what do you think about this structure?
Okay. What? Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen. Yui Fury. That's how we want it. Okay, there we go. I did it in the first place. Yui Fury has been saying things. He's come out. He's been out of the ring for how long? Yui Fury. Yui Fury's been out of the ring for so long. What, a couple of years? Let me just get the stats up. Let's see how long he's been out of the ring. In the ring. In the ring. I want you in the ring. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. Put on the poll, Jared Anderson versus Frank Sanchez. You want a poll? You want a poll? We can do that. Let's have a look. Damn, I closed that. Let's open up another page. Let's do a poll. Start a poll. Who wins? Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson or Frank Sanchez. Okay, boom. There we go. Don't you know? It's in there. Okay, so that's in there now. If he has been out of the ring so long, I'm confusing him for his daddy. OMG. Let's have a look how long he's been out. Let's bring that down and bring this up. Boom. So look at this. Okay. 26 fights, or 26 wins, 15 KOs. That leaves him with a 51% KO ratio. His last 3 times, never been KO'd. 6'6", got an 80-inch reach. Status inactive. OMG. Orthodox. From Manchester, which is in Lancashire. Okay, let's have a look furthermore. His last fight was against Christian Haney in October 2021. So what's that? 21, 22, 23. So what's that? 1.5 years. We're in May now. May, June, July, August, September, October, yeah. What is that? 18, 19 months. Yeah, 19 months. Slightly over a year and a half. Slightly under a year and a half. So his last fought Christian Haney in, what was that? It was 2020. Fought Marius Wack. That was in December. Earlier in 2020, he fought Pavel Saul. Finished him in 3. Went 10 rounds with Marius Wack. Finished Christian Hamer in 5. Retired Christian Hamer, retired with a dodgy shoulder. Previous to Pavel Sauer in August 2019. He lost to Alexander Povetkin over 12 rounds. Beat an old Samuel Peter, oh my gosh, in King Abdullah Sports City, Jeddah. Yeah, we don't need to go to the Chris Norads of this world, but let's have a listen to what Hughie Fury had to say. Come in, Hughie, where are you? But no, not that. Yeah, no, not. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's on Twitter. Okay. Let's get the volume up. Hughie, talk to the people, Hughie. And make sure you're on the screen first. Yeah, there he is. Not looking very happy. Let's go.
Stiff. Big Stiff is there, I think, shot, I think, after Usyk.
Let me just get the mic a little bit closer. Hold on. Okay, go again, Hughie. Sorry for the interruption, old boy. Let's go again. Go on, Hughie. Tell him how you feel. Hughie.
Stiff. Big Stiff is there, I think, shot, I think, after Usyk. That's it. He's finished, and that's one fight I'd like. Stiff.
Oh my gosh.
Big Stiff is there, I think, shot, I think, after Usyk. That's it. He's finished, and that's one fight I'd like.
Big Stiff after Usyk. He is finished. Some big talk by Hughie Fury. The Iron Kong. Big talk by Hughie Fury.
Yeah, I know you hear the jabbing fun at my guy Shades of.
Huh.
You know what I mean? I like Shades of. I'm glad to see him back. He don't look so good. He look a bit rough. I think you need to go and maybe do some exfoliating on his face. I don't like how his face looks. So hopefully he's back in training, my guy Shades of. I'm guessing he's talking about Joshua.
He is indeed. So, I should have made that clear. Big Stiff, yeah.
So of course, I guess if you want to put some steam in your career, you talk about Joshua.
Yeah.
That's a good step by my guy. Use Joshua name like anybody else.
Yeah.
Get your name out there, but it doesn't seem to work. Like nobody seemed to really took that seriously. So and that's unfortunate. So it's like, Hughie, you just need to get back in the ring and fight regularly, man. Like it just hasn't worked out for you. I don't think you should fight Joshua because I think Joshua would put an absolute beating on Hughie Fury. I think it'll be really, really bad.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, Joshua looking for an opponent for August, they say. So
is it? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. So probably get Hughie Fury on the cheap.
Okay,
you talking all this stuff.
Yeah.
I need a little punching bag action.
Yeah.
So you can come through. You know what I mean? I think Hughie needs to be very careful calling on people like that. He needs to get back into fighting anybody, Hughie.
Yeah.
Anybody. Don't call out these people because anybody at the top level right now would probably put a hurt in on Hughie right now because he's so inactive. He was sick and he was all. It's just take your career, carefully and seriously and build your way back up. Maybe go for the British title. Maybe fight a Fabio, fight a Solomon Dakris, fight Adelaide. I mean, I don't know if Hughie Fury feel he's above them people, but I don't think he is. I think he's gone all the way back in his career. Maybe not all of it his fault. I mean, he hasn't won the fights he was in. He didn't beat Pulev.
No.
He didn't beat Parker. He
No.
didn't beat Povetkin.
Mm.
So he's had all these opportunities, and he's just not winning those fights.
Yeah.
So I wish Huey the best. Just get back on the bike, bro. Just let's go.
Get back on the bike, man. Get back on the bike. You don't want that hurting. You don't want that hurting that, be coming your way. Huey Fury versus Dave Allen. There we go. That's a nice competitive matchup. You know what I mean? Nice competitive matchup. Huey Fury versus David Allen. Just ease yourself back in, Huey. Ease yourself back in. You know what I mean? It's a shame that David Price is retired now. It's a shame about that. Huey versus Big Fraser. Interesting. How about Huey avenges his cousin's loss to, or what should have been a loss to Otto Wallin? How about that? How about Huey avenge what should have been a loss by fighting Otto Wallin? How about that? That's a nice little matchup, I can imagine. What's going on? Sugar Hill, Stewart, or Derek James. Bomac would be a very good boxing trainer for Moses Itamu. All-American. Sugar Hill, Derek James, Bomac. He needs to go to America, does he? What about Shane McGuigan? You don't need to leave these shores. Surely we got talent over here in the UK. Surely. The poll is up. We're coming in. We're cruising in for landing. But I haven't had the Iron Kong's opinion on Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko. I'd like that. The Iron Kong.
This is a real super fight.
Incidentally, the poll came up as 60-40 split. Very tight.
Yeah, I mean, I expected that. Lomachenko is a lot of people's favorites, and he's a really, really, really good fighter. And so this is the real super fight. It wasn't Gervonta Davis versus the king of YouTubers, Ryan Garcia. This is the real fight here, Rafi. This is the real thing, the real Makai here.
Yeah.
And I back in Devin Haney all the way. I like the young man. I think he's a great ambassador for the sport. But if Lomachenko win, I don't mind neither. But I back in Devin Haney. I want him to win the fight. He's been given a lot of disrespect in his career.
Yeah.
And I want him to come through with the win. That's just what I want. I think Devin Haney gonna pull it off. But Lomachenko is an extremely talented boxer.
Yeah.
So
my thing is that Lomachenko, I mean, he's beat several guys by befuddling them. Foot movement, that Ukrainian dancing, turning people. He's very good at turning people, but interestingly enough, physically turning people. But interestingly enough, that's part of Devin's game as well, getting surrounded with someone and turning them. So at certain points in the fight, it's going to look like a little bit of a waltz. You know what I mean? Because they're going to be grabbing onto each other and trying to turn each other. One's going to turn that one that way. The other one's going to turn this one the other way. So expect a lot of turning, grabbing and turning. So I'm expecting, listen, I had Jermaine Ortiz beating Lomachenko. Which was Lomachenko's last fight, I believe. I had Jermaine Ortiz beating him. But this time around, that was a style thing, different styles. Styles make fights. This time around, I feel that Haney, it's interesting. He's a bigger fighter. I can easily see him winning. But if Lomachenko comes on his A game, he's 35 now. I'm expecting a very, very competitive fight, and I would not be surprised to see Devin Haney lose to Lomachenko. I would not be surprised. El Gramos up in the building. Rafi, if AJ fights in the summer, what heavyweight would you recommend being realistic? Well, I think realistically, listen, he's supposed to be fighting Deontay Wilder. True or false? True. Why not fight? I got two options, but both. Hold on. Somebody else talking about this to somebody, and they said one of my picks is still with PBC, but he's not. He's left PBC. I think he's left PBC. That's one of my picks. Okay, my first pick is F.A. Ajagba. That's my first pick for him. F.A. Ajagba, my second pick, although it makes less sense. My first pick is a Wilder lookalike who packs a heavy punch. That's F.A. Ajagba. My second pick, which makes less sense, which is a southpaw, is someone who fought Deontay Wilder, fought and lost him two time. My second pick is Luis Ortiz, but that makes less sense with him being a southpaw, but it makes sense because he's fought Deontay Wilder a couple of times. My first pick is F.A. Ajagba. Is he still with the PBC? I'm not sure. I could have swore he left the PBC. Or maybe I know he changed managers. I think he's under that music mogul cat, whose name escapes me. Whatever his name is. So my picks are F.A. Ajagba and Luis Ortiz. Although Luis Ortiz thing makes less sense. Who you want to see him fight against if he comes back in the summer? We're talking about AJ, the Iron Kong. We're talking about AJ fighting in the summer. Who would you like to see?
I feel he should beat up Dillian White, as you said, F.A., because F.A. pretty much resembles a lot of what Deontay Wilder is into.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
He's not going to get F.A., but
no.
The Dillian White fight might be a bit easier and more realistic to make.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, F.A. is a good choice. A guy who swings the right hand, and so but Dillian White is a fight that I feel like Joshua would be more willing to try and knock this man out again.
Yeah.
Because Dillian was gonna be talking a lot of garbage. So I don't mind that. It's gonna be a wonderful build-up. Just for the build-up alone.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing because Dillian White gets under Anthony Joshua's skin. Nobody else gets under Anthony Joshua's skin, just Dillian White. I don't know. Dillian White has every button to push. So just for the build-up alone.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a Dillian White fight, but the F.A. Ajagba fight would be a decent fight too.
Yeah. What about Big Baby Miller?
No.
You don't
Big
like
Baby
that?
Miller needs to serve some more penance.
Yes.
He's my guy. I like his nonsense, but he needs to serve some penance still.
Yeah. Still needs some more penance. He still needs some more. The can on the back of the legs. Still needs some more licks out with the can on the back of the legs, wearing short pants, them short school pants.
Wow.
The legs.
Rafi, you're a rough man.
Yo, when I was going to school, after I left school, the band strap, the leather strap with the tails on it. Yeah, I had that more than once. You have to go to the you have to go to the headmaster's office, and they tell you what your misdemeanor is. One time I squeezed up Julie Reynolds' batty, and then she told me I squeezed Julie Reynolds' batty, and she went and told the teacher on me. She ratted me out. The teacher told the headmaster. Next thing I know, I'm sitting outside the headmaster's office, and you could get 2, 4, or 6. And I was just sitting out there, and I said, I know it's going to be 6. I know it's going to be 6 licks. You know what I mean? And sure enough, You go in, they tell you your crime and your misdemeanor, and then I tell you how many licks you're gonna get. And he said 6.
6 strokes.
6 strokes. You gotta bend over, and then he tell you to reach over a bit more.
Lad of mercy.
Reach over a bit more. He wants to see. He wants you to just get that roundness. He wants to see that roundness, so he can really target zone in with the cracks. And then every time you get a lick, you just clench up. You don't want to make no noise. You just clench the buttocks and yes. And then you try and clench up each time, but it don't seem to help. It just stings same way. But yeah, 6 are the best. So if it was good enough for me, it's good enough for a big baby Miller. He can take the cane on the back of the legs. And now mine. What's going on? Who's this? Leon Figures up in the building. How you doing, Leon? Yeah, man, we're just rounding this thing out, but there's a poll still up in. That's it. Jay Prince. That's the one. Jaguars with top rank. Come on, Kong. Tell me it's possible. Isn't it possible? Is it top rank now? He's left. Play C. Surely. Eddie
Well, I don't even know what FA Jaguar is doing these days. I really have no idea. Let me see. Pull up his box
let me pull it up.
Last time he fought, I think, was against Frank Sanchez, and he lost. Then he just disappeared.
Yeah, I think he's had one fight since. Hold on a sec.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty sure. Hold on a sec. Let me have a look at this. Let me kind of pull him up. Frank. This microphone stand is in an awkward position. Look, Frank Sanchez, and that'll get me to FA.
I need to find like an international gambling site that I could use down here. I be getting some things right where I can win some money, and I don't win nothing. But down here, I can't use no services and nothing. I can't even cash out. I can't even send a super chat. Nothing. Yo, man.
Damn.
It's not available it's not available in your region. What? Like
Frank Sanchez. What is this here? What is this? Which Frank? Oh, the Cuban Flash. Okay, the Cuban Flash. Miami, Florida. Frank Sanchez. Hold on. Let me share my screen. What's going on? Jimmy is up in the building. We've been worried about you, Jimmy.
Salute, bro. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good, but we've been worried about you. We haven't heard nothing about you. I mean, we was talking about them big gal, them, and then the line went dead. We ain't heard nothing since. We've been worried about you, Jimmy.
Yeah, bro. No, it's all been good, bro. I mean, I like hey, listen, I like I like a lot to play with, so I'm a fan of big women, Yeah, man. I've never understood these guys that are into like super skinny girls. Like, what's that about?
I was in McDonald's today, as a brethren of mine. As you get older, you meet up with your friends less often. Everybody's doing their own thing, but as a brethren of mine, we try to make a point of doing lunch at least once every couple of weeks or so. And we were in McDonald's after work today. Sun was shining in Middle Earth. Where you from, Jimmy? What area? What area are you from?
I'm from the south, bro. I live just outside of London.
What was the weather like? It was beautiful and sunny up here today.
It was okay here. It was okay.
Oh, it was just mediocre. Okay, it was beautiful and sunny up in Middle Earth. And I was with a brethren of mine, and we were having a coffee. I have a black coffee, no sugar, no cream. After a while, it actually starts tasting nice after a few months. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream, and there was a schoolgirl in there with her mother, and her mother must have been in the 40s. And I tell you what, the schoolgirl, her mother, they looked just like the mother, but the mother was like the seasoned version. She was in the 40s. She put a bit of weight on, but it's good weight, healthy weight, And I was just admiring the mother, and the mother was fluttering her eyelashes. And you know, I like it when a woman kind of they age nicely. You know, when they age nice, she hasn't aged badly at all. She still had her attractiveness with her, and yeah, she had a little bit of meat on her, but it was nice. She was toned. It was nice, you know, and I enjoy that. I enjoy that. It's nice to look at. It's nice to enjoy.
If you got the weight in the right places, like the thighs, the back.
All that happened with her, it's good because you could see how she looked like when she would have been young because her daughter looked just like her, and you see how she's progressed. So she's just put a little bit of weight on a little bit, but in the right places. In the right places, the thighs are thickened up. You know, she looked very tidy. I must commend her. She looked very tidy. What are we looking at here? Where is he? Where F.A. Jagba? Here he is. So who did he fight last? Oh, he's had a couple of fights since Frank Sanchez. Joseph Damos, he got him out of there in 2. And Stephen Shaw, that was a unanimous decision. 10 went to 14 rounds.
He ain't fought nobody then. He just went all the way back.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gone all the way back. So Jimmy, people are talking about who Joshua going to fight in the summer. I'm saying I want to see him against F.A. Ajagba.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight. You know, I think it'd be very entertaining. I think Joshua would. I think it'd be with room to spare, to be honest. But as far as making it happen, I don't know, bro, because I feel like in the UK, I feel like the Dillian White fight, AJ White too, is actually a hot ticket. Like they could probably still sell out a stadium, and they'd do probably 1 million pay-per-views.
Yeah,
so just because of the business side of things, especially with Eddie Hearn and the Zone.
It's probably easy. Probably easy fight to make.
Oh yeah, definitely easier to make, and I think easier to win. I think Joshua would win that comfortably. So I just think how boxing works. It's all about and you got 2 British heavyweights. In the UK that always sells. Compared to, so I think they'll probably do that just to stay busy, fight. A good event. And then they'll put him in.
I think though that. That wouldn't it be a bit of a spectacle to see Deontay Wilder lookalike in the ring opposite Anthony Joshua?
I think it would be funny, but I think Dillian, I think he'd sell the fight really well.
Yeah.
And I think Eddie Hearn, he's close to Dillian, he's close to AJ. They've got a bit of a group situation there in the Zone. So actually, they've got a mega fight at the end of the year. Will they really go out of the top? Because I think he's in the top rank, right?
Yeah.
And Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum, they don't have a good relationship. So
very fraught. It's fraught.
Yeah.
It's fraught. So who you want to see then? I know. I think Iron Kong. Who do you want to see? Who did you say? Dillian White?
I mean, no. I'd say I wouldn't mind the 2 of them, but like everybody said, like the Dillian White fight will probably just be the easiest fight to make. I'm not sure how much the FA fight would sell because it's still a business.
Yes.
And you still have to justify Anthony Joshua's paycheck because he don't come cheap.
Yeah.
So you gotta sell them seats.
Yes.
Right? Yes. FA is a guy, who's been boxing, as we've just seen, at a very low level. He's not really a talker. He's not like nobody thinks about FA Jack.
No.
Right? And it's like to put him in there with Joshua. The Jermaine Franklin fight sold slowly.
Yeah.
It eventually got there with a sellout. And I think FA is even less known because at least Franklin had a little steam with the Dillian White fight, but FA don't have no steam. And it's still a business. So you still have to sell seats. You still have to pay these people. So more than likely it'll be Dillian White. It's not really a lot of choices, to be honest, because the truth is Anthony Joshua has beaten a lot of the top 10 guys.
Yeah.
The people you give a damn about, he's already fought them. So and that's something people don't really give him credit for. Like if you look at the Ring magazine, even though
Yeah.
he's still beaten more of the Ring Magazine top 10 than anybody else.
He's beaten more than Fury and what Windmill put together the last time I looked.
Even now, right? So it's like, there's really not a lot of people in before. I mean, he's not going to fight Joyce because Joyce is locked in with Zhang. He's not going to fight Zhang because Zhang locked in with Joyce. I mean, anybody else you do not care about.
For real.
So you have to sell them seats. Dillian White, as I said, I just need the build-up. I believe the build-up will be hilarious.
Yeah.
Because Dillian White will get under AJ's skin.
Yeah,
He'll be disrespectful.
Ha.
And
guaranteed to be disrespectful.
Exactly. Jermaine Franklin was not a talker. Again, this is a business. FA makes sense if it's something that maybe you don't have no other choice.
Yeah.
It makes sense in terms of for me, it makes sense to prepare more for Wilder, the type of body type.
Yeah.
But
financially, commercially, different.
Commercially, financially, it's just not gonna happen, and you gotta bring him over, and it don't make sense. It'll probably be Dillian.
Yeah.
Hey, Yemi, how far are you from Shropshire?
He's further from Shropshire than me. I'm closer to Shropshire, I think.
Why was in Shropshire?
Shropshire.
I like Shropshire. It's a wonderful metropolis. I like Shropshire. I didn't actually know. Huh?
It's not even the numbers. Like, I think Dillian White fight is way bigger, but I just think it's like the politics. Like, we know Bob Arum has a history of being very difficult with Eddie Hearn. I mean, is Eddie Hearn really going to want to overpay a Jaguar to bring him to the UK to do probably not good numbers? We know Anthony Joshua, he commands crazy money. His tickets are very expensive, so I think they need Dillian White. Outside of Dillian White, outside of maybe White or Hrgovic, there's really no one there. And I think Hrgovic is in line for the IBF mandatory. So,
what about Luis Ortiz? If you would say yes,
I don't think so, bro. I think
still
Luis
wrong,
Ortiz.
He's a southpaw, so that's not good prep.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's not good prep. I mean, my ideal is FA Jag, but I would just love. I think it would be a spectacle to see, basically a Deontay Wilder clone.
Yep.
Anthony Joshua in the ring with a Deontay Wilder clone-ish. That would be a spectacle in itself, but it just commercially, he doesn't dot the I and cross the T's. He doesn't work as well as Dillian White. I personally couldn't care less about seeing him fight Dillian White at this time. Although it would be like Kell Brook at Amir Khan at the time when they made it. I said I have no interest in this fight and I'm not going to watch it. When he came around, I was jumping in my seat. I was jumping out of my seat. I love that fight. So it'll be one of them for me again.
For me, I don't mind the fight with Dillian White. Dillian White is still a top 10 heavyweight. He's still got one of the best resumes in the division. Sure. And look, he won his last fight. So, and they've got the bad blood there. And I think an all British clash, especially at heavyweight, always sells with the public. So I think all things considered, is probably his best move. I think Joshua will, and I think he'll be fired up for the Dillian White fight. Dillian's gonna, talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And they do have the history. So I think Joshua's gonna be very motivated for this fight. He'll train like an absolute beast, and I think he'll knock White out again within 6 rounds. And I think a lot of AJ's hype will come back. Big event, highlight knockout, and that's the best way to bring back a fighter. And then off of that, he'll fight Deontay Wilder in December. I'm not sure if that fight will happen, though. Someone was telling me that Deontay Wilder was arrested in LA because of a gun charge, I think. So I don't know.
I don't think that's going to
affect. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, well, I did a video. I did a video on it. I don't think that's going to affect the fight, though. It's not. It's basically, as far as it was explained to me, it's a question of Christian Hamer. It's a question of where the gun was. Apparently in California, it's got to be in a gun case in the boot of your car, not in your glove compartment. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I heard it wasn't registered though. That's why those. And they also found some. It wasn't registered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found some Mary Jane as well. So I think they took his passport as well. I think with the Saudis or in Dubai, whichever way they do it, they're very strict on gun crime and things like that. So I'm not sure how that would work, because if it can't happen in, yeah, hopefully it does. But with that, bro, I'll be honest, with the luck that AJ and Wilder have had trying to make the fight, whenever I hear about these things, I just think, oh God, another stumbling block, you know.
King Khalid is King. You seen King Khalid though? Remember, it's King Khalid's out there. Like, it ain't like Parliament over here. You know what I'm saying? It's the king putting in a telephone call to the foreign ministry, telling to come over to the palace for lunch. The head of the foreign ministry passport section comes over to King Khalid's. He summons to King Khalid's palace, and King Khalid.
Would he be allowed to leave America though? Because I think sometimes in America, you're not allowed to leave the country until you clear up criminal charges.
Yeah, well, I've expressed concerns. I've expressed my concerns. But there's nobody else. Nobody else has come up with any paperwork saying no, because of this rule, because of that law, because of that law, because of this law, because of that law. Wilder won't be able to travel. I've seen none of that.
Okay, hopefully it gets on.
Not the Wilder, man. Tank Davis hit a pregnant woman's car and left her to die in the street, and he didn't get no jail time.
No jail time.
Wilder will be fine.
House arrest. House arrest.
House arrest. Okay. Let me arrest you in your luxurious home. You left a woman and her unborn baby to die in the street, and let me just arrest you here, so you can play Call of Duty all day while you eat succulent.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a millionaire, I would love to be put on house arrest, stay in my mansion with my home cinema system, my Xbox.
Yeah, your masseuse, your new masseuse every day.
Yeah, masseuses, calling Uber for food.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd be loving life, you know. I don't have to deal with any headaches, you know. Maybe
get your personal trainer in once a day after you've had your Uber Eats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Work that off. Work that off.
It's only 90 days. It's only 90 days, so I think he'll be okay. I don't think it'll affect him.
Yeah, I think I don't think he'll Epstein himself. So
no, I don't think so. Highly unlikely. So most likely it's going to be Dillian White. I can understand why it would be. It's most likely to be that, but I would just love it to be F.I.A. Jagba, just for the visuals. I think it might, if F.I.A. had been a bit more convincing in his last three fights, I think it might have stimulated the American public a little bit more. So it's a shame that F.A. ain't really. It's not the right time. It's a good fight, but it's not the right time. So most likely it's going to be Dillian White if Joshua does fight in the summer. If he does fight in the summer, I think it's going to be Dillian White. In December, I think it's got to be Wilder. They gotta make that thing work. I'm looking. What's the commonality there? Tyson Fury. Where's White? I mean Wilder. Deontay Wilder, I think. Why is this not working? There you go. I think it's got to be Wilder in December. I think Wilder's found his pen because the money's so big. When he tasted that money against Fury, he started to kick himself. He said, I should have took the job. I should have took the zone offer. They were going to pay me $100 million to 3 fights, 1 against Dominic Brazil, and 2 against Joshua. I should have took that money. I think Deontay Wilder will move hell and high water, have the best of the best legal team. Might even dig up Johnny Cochran to represent him for this one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, best legal. Look at all that money he's going to be making in Saudi. You know, and he loves money now. I always loved it when he tasted that big money in the second fight against Fury. I think he's just like, this is good, man. I love making long money. And I didn't get this kind of money with the PBC. So, but I'm getting this money now. So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Deontay Wilder would have the best of the best legal team to represent him. Say, listen, Your Honor, this is a top athlete, is the highest ranked American heavyweight. Can we do something? Can we make something happen? So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about him getting out to America to get to Saudi. I don't think wild horses could stop him. In America, it's the land. Remember, America is the land of money talks. Money talks, yeah. Skin complexion is a factor over there. We know that for sure. But money does talk. Money does talk over there. So I think he gonna be just fine. And your thoughts about Devin Haney, Jimmy? Devin Haney versus Jimmy's gone. Dang.
Jimmy absconded.
He absconded again. He keeps on
not enough Mampy talk for Jimmy.
Keeps on pulling the army. I thought he was still there. Didn't even notice he was gone. Iron Kong, if there's anything else you want to say right about now, we're bringing this thing to a close.
Yeah, so today I made a donation to my old high school of 20 basketballs for the physical education department.
Beautiful.
I just want everybody to, if possible, look back to whatever old alma mater you're at, whether it be a high school, your primary school, even if you're daycare. I didn't have an especially good time at high school. My high school life was very unhappy. But nonetheless, I still feel like being able to help in some way to the kids there, was worth my while. So I just want to encourage people to give back in some way. You don't have to be financially, you don't have to be, items that you buy, but maybe just give your time, if possible. So I just want everybody to look back and help the people. And even though some of the people in the organization you might not like still. Yeah. Whether it be an old teacher that's still there you don't like, not about them.
Yes.
It's about you, them. So look back and help if you can in some way. Rafi, you have a nice night, man.
That was the Iron Kong 26 and the Jimmy. And of course we had the Bruce Gas and Jazz up in the building. And we had the poll, and the poll results the poll question was, who wins? Frank Sanchez, 57%, or Jared Anderson, 42%. 42%. So people fancy Frank Sanchez over Jared Anderson. More experience from Frank Sanchez. What's this question here? Who will hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button? Okay. And the question is here, who wins? Daniel Dubois versus Carlos Takam. Well, Daniel Dubois should win. He's younger, fresher. But Carlos Takam has that age, experience, and he's still somewhat explosive. He can bust up your face. Base in your face. I would go with Carlos Takam, 51%. Daniel Dubois, 49%. So that's some very slim margins, and he can swing. We can have some swing rounds. He can swings and roundabouts. So Carlos Takam, 51%. But I can see Daniel Dubois dropping him, if not stopping him. Who wins? Dillian White versus F.A. Ajagba. What about Dillian White versus F.A. Ajagba next? Oh, That wouldn't be a big fight. I'd enjoy it. I'd love to see it. I want to see FA Jabber against the top British guys. I'd love all of that, but I think Dillian wants a guy with more name recognition. Not a mine. Not a mine saying. Okay, folks. So thank you very much for coming around and participating. So this is the heist. Romero beats Barroso, ? Haney versus Lomachenko predictions. And it's the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. I've dropped a few videos over the last couple of days. Feel free to go check them out. Feel free to share the content. Yeah, hit all of the good buttons. The like, subscribe, comment, share. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the original wrap-up show. Thanks for everybody for rocking up. Thanks for everybody who jumped on the Bruce Gas, the Iron Kong, the Jimmy. Everybody for rocking out in the chat. And check out the videos. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And I'm out. Blessed.